I'll open with a comment from Coach Fahey, and then we will go to the student athletes for questions. So, Coach.
It's always exciting to be in the Big Ten tournament. We talked a lot about it. A team that we know that this is our second chance. I was really impressed. I challenged this team to really play 40 minutes. We've talked about it. Got to 25, 30. This was 40, correct? And if you look at the 5 starters all in double figures, that's an indication of great ball movement, people stepping up at different times. You know, I have to admit, we were talking in the coaches' room, and Kendall having 16 boards. We ran a sideline out of bounds play for Aaliyah on a pin down. I thought she was going to dribble it off a little bit and use the 15 seconds, and bang, she gets a 3. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, but it was that kind of confidence that was fun to watch. These kids played hard, and I'm really proud of the defensive end. You know, Wisconsin's a good team. They came back at us. We were close enough to hit some big shots. And 9 for 12 from 3. What can you say? That's a great shooting night.
Thank you, Coach. And now questions for the student athletes right here.
Kendall, seems like you and I have been around a few times ever since Northwestern. When you were in 8th grade, I think is when we first met.
Yes.
Talk about how the season was disappointing. How confident going into your next game? How proud are you of your entire team, including yourself, about how you've listened to Nancy during the year and you guys have come along?
You know,
Question for Kendall.
you know, Coach Fahey always talked about, you know, anything can happen once March hits, you know, everybody's an underdog. So I think we kind of came in with that mentality, like we really have an opportunity here, and it's kind of like a new season, like it's a fresh start, like it's tourney time. So I think that kind of gave us a little bit of confidence to just be like, all right, let's start fresh, like start over. And I think I'm super proud of everybody on this team. I think everybody stepped up. I know Aaliyah is a freshman, her first time in the Big Ten tournament, comes out and is driving to the basket, getting boards for us. So I was really proud of her, and Erica had a great game. She was bodying people in the post, and we were able to get it to her. So she had a great game. So I'm just proud of everybody collectively, and I really think that's like the best collective game we played as a team.
Question right here, please.
Yeah, going off of that, we've always seen that third quarter, that's where that slip up happened, but it was the exact opposite today. And as a team, how did you guys feel about that?
Is a question for Kendall or
Or
Aaliyah?
sorry, for both of you.
Okay, Aaliyah.
I think it was just, we really focused, and it's tournament time, so we really have to focus on what we need to do. And we talked about playing for 40 minutes. I think we all came together, like KB said. We all played an amazing game, and I'm so proud of it.
Kendall.
You know, I just really think that we had everybody step up, and it was a collective effort. And I think it was one of the few times like we haven't rolled over. Usually, you know, there's been a trend this season. Sometimes when a team punches us, we tend to roll over. And I think, you know, they went on their run, and we kind of saw that. And I think our defense was probably the best defensive collective effort we've had. And I think we really kind of put our foot down and said, like, stop, score, stop. So I just really think our defense was good.
Question online from Joe Bazzelli. Joe.
Aaliyah, just kind of take me through that play with 58 seconds to go where you get that 3-pointer. Kind of take me through what you saw on that play to get you open on that 3.
I think Erica just set a good screen, and they switched out on us, and I saw their post running at me. I thought I was open, so I shot it. Yeah.
Additional question, Joe, for the student athletes.
Yeah. So just for either player, just the ability to have multiple players for you, whether it was Erica Porter or some other players just stepping up, how crucial was that to be able to get not just from 1 or 2 players, but a team effort all across the board?
Kendall.
I think it was really crucial. You know, a lot of the teams with Nye, they know she's a shooter, so they kind of tend to shade towards her a lot of the time. And I really think that, you know, with Erica and Aaliyah both stepping up, they couldn't do that tonight because we had other people taking it to the hole, being confident with the ball. So I really think it was huge that we had our other starters really step up like this. And I think it took the pressure off of our shooters and off of the bigs inside because we had a collective effort from everybody.
Right here in the room, please.
Yeah, Aaliyah, this place is way bigger than State Farm. There's a huge crowd. It's just a great and different atmosphere. And every single time when you hit a 3, you feel like it was different? Or like, did you even realize that you were hitting a 3?
I think it was just exciting because everybody was making their shots, so I didn't even realize, like, at the time, like, oh, I'm about to shoot a 3. Like, I mean, you know, you're about to shoot a 3, but everybody was hitting their shots, so it just made me more confident in shooting my 3s and making my shots. So yeah.
Any additional questions in the room or online? Right here, sir.
Coach,
We want to get the student athletes, then we'll get to coach. All right, thank you, ladies.
I think we got one more.
Thank you.
There we
Oh,
go, one
wait,
more.
I'm sorry, one
I got
more.
one more.
One
Bill.
more.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
Kendall, just how cool is it to have Aaliyah to be able to hit that shot for you guys? I mean, just to know how much confidence you can have in her to step up when they kind of make their run and know you have that player that can do that for you guys.
Oh, it's huge, just having the confidence in one of our shooters like that, just to know as soon as it goes up, a lot of us turn back and run on defense. We don't even try and grab the rebound because we know it's going to go in. So just having that confidence in a shooter like that is huge, because I think it kind of helps sell us down a little bit. To hit that big of a shot with that time left, it really kind of gave us the ability to focus on our defense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, the coach.
Coach, I want to talk about Porter for a second. I know she didn't make the rebounding numbers weren't that large, but her presence in the paint, the way that she was able to alter shots and shot angles. I mean, what can you just say about her defensive effort tonight and how she stopped?
Defensively, I mean, she really shut down the post inside. We had scouted the left shoulder, right shoulder of a couple of players, and she really stayed with it and understood which side to jump. Last time we played Wisconsin, she was just coming off of an injury, so we didn't really have her. But she was a big presence in the first game. So we were excited that she was back, because she just caused a lot of problems because they can score over their right and left shoulders, but she was a big presence defensively. Yeah.
Right here. Microphone, please.
Nancy, first off, have you had a chance to excel yet after this season, and knowing here we've won a game now we can move on to the tournament? And has that kind of been some satisfaction for you after winning this game?
Yes.
Yes.
Excel, because it's been a tough January and February for a lot of different reasons. This team never broke. The locker room is not broke. You can tell by the way they support each other. You watch our bench. And that's what I was that's what I was really proud of. And we just, they're saying it's 40 minutes, as everybody's saying, but to actually go out and do it, that's the next step. And I think finally that exhale would be just a real proud moment for those guys.
When you came into the game, maybe game plan against Katie, anything changed, or she just did what she normally does?
Well, okay, so Julie's been doing really well, okay, and we knew that. Hallie Douglas has been shooting the ball really well, and Elu is shooting the ball well. So they became like a very three-headed shooting team, okay, and they pick and pop with their posts so well. So we did make a decision how we defended her on ball screen. She started turning the corner, and our post defense just wasn't sliding over, and she got to the rim a couple times. We kind of, we had done our job, but they started taking it to the rack, and so we had to make a little bit of adjustment. And that baseline kick that they were getting, they hit a couple threes on that, but that was kind of, you kind of have to pick who you're gonna. If you let Julie go, that's not a good thing. So, and I mean, she played a great game, nothing taken away from her.
Something that's not been mentioned real quick here, Nancy, is Peebles. She hit some really big time threes for you in that third and fourth quarter. I mean, she got herself open. Your team found her.
One thing I've been telling Jada all year is she doesn't take bad shots. Rarely does she take a bad shot. I was just more, it's been a little bit up and down. And if you keep believing it, and after every game, I said, if it's a bad shot, I'll tell you. You got to keep shooting. And that's confidence I have in her. And tonight it showed up. And it was 2 games ago she showed up. So you know what I'm saying? You just got to keep. You get more upset if kids are taking bad shots. And she's been here and done that. And I was excited for her. I think she was at 4 for 5. And you're right, they're big shots. And that's what a little experience, has been here, been in the program. That says a lot when a kid has that confidence in the Big Ten tournament and knows that.
Questions online from Joe Bazzelli. Joe?
Coach, congrats on the win. Just kind of take me through that play for Aaliyah there with 60 seconds left. What'd you kind of see? What'd you kind of draw up to get her that opportunity?
Yeah, we have 2 sideline baseline out of bounds, and we run our typical one was not run. I ran a pin down instead because I didn't know if they were going to foul right away. So I wanted it in her hands, a good shooter and confident. So we ran a split and we pinned down and she came off of it. It's a little scary because it went across the court. I mean, I breathed a little bit, but she saw the kid get back. And like I said, I'll be honest, I thought I had said, hey, if you catch it, clear out, we cleared out the side, go take it to the rack. And she felt it. And that's why kids play the game and we stay out of it sometimes.
Another question, Joe?
Yeah, and after the Rutgers game, I know you referred to the fact that you wanted to, the biggest key for you offensively was finding not just one or two players, but four or more players. To have 5 players in double figures tonight for you, how much of a difference maker was that in being able to get the result that you needed tonight?
I think the interesting thing is you listen to Leah Nye when she said other people were shooting, I relaxed. That's when you have only a couple of kids shooting and they're not going in, it's human nature that they tend to tighten up. And so sometimes when we're playing other teams and they get really loose and you see people that never hit a three, it's because they're relaxed. It's like, okay, we've got a lead. This was a night where these kids could count on everybody else and they relaxed. They can shoot the ball, and that's what you saw. And they moved the ball probably better than, we threw kind of a new zone offense in that kind of helped them move the ball. I mean, our plan was run. We wanted to run. We didn't want, Wisconsin to set up. I wanted the ball to go inside and I wanted ball movement. And then you just kind of let the kids play. And that's why they were so relaxed. I mean, she said it right there. And it's much different when you have other people scoring with her. And she's taken a lot of that load this year.
Anything else, Joe? Go ahead. All right, anything in the room? Thanks, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach.